All right, top of the morning, folks. This is Garden Pals number 73. Today is the 10th of November, Wednesday, 2021. I welcome you with open arms and an open ass, open face chicken bomber. That was the real hit in high school lunch menu options. The open face chicken bomber. It was really the North Star regarding school-time meals, school-time mealtime. I wasn't too crazy about the open face. The open face chick. So fucking this is stupid. I haven't thought of that. You ever think about something and then you're like, when was the last time I thought this exact thought, or thought about this person or this specific instance or this thing? And the last time open face chicken bomber went through my head was probably in high school when I would be eating one. But either way, they were, personally, I thought they were pretty shitty. They were a hit amongst my friends, colleagues, in high school. But I gotta tell you, my personal favorite, what I hold supremacy for regarding high school lunch meals, high school lunch meat, my top tier high school meal would have to be that fucking the turkey with the gravy and the mashed taters. That meal still holds a special place in my heart. And that is the meal that I hold supremacy for. Not the open face. Well, so there's the open face. Let's do a power ranking here on the fly. Just running the numbers in my head here. So you got your open face chicken bomber. Got your turkey and gravy, which essentially is like cat food, but for humans. It's like the human version of cat food. Looks the exact same. You wouldn't be able to tell the two apart. So human open-faced chicken bomber, human cat food, turkey, whatever the fuck, rigmarole, rickroll, and chicken fingers. Could never go wrong with the chicken fingers, or I don't know what they referred to them as, but chicken fingers, chicken nuggets, but they were always a little bit elongated, so I guess they were more of a tender or a finger. Sometimes they'd give you a little sub roll with the fucking chicken tender, and they always had like hot sauce or like barbecue sauce. But I remember one year the hot sauce was really extraordinary at Niagara Falls High School. Or maybe this was elementary school, but this probably isn't true. This is just secondhand information. Somebody told me that they watered down the hot sauce because it was making kids too hyper or something. It's like the most fucking ass backwards retarded thing I've ever heard in my life. And I probably didn't even hear that. That probably just got information jumbled up in my head. But that's I guess what happened. It made kids too hyper. I don't fucking know. It's so stupid. So we got open face, chicken cocker, human cat food with the turkey, chicken fingers. What else did they have? They had like a cheeseburger that was usually very shitty. Didn't like that one. Not my favorite. Usually like some kind of gray. Oh yeah, they had like the gray fucking cheeseburger, gray mystery meat cock meat sandwich. They did tacos, I'm pretty sure. Did they do tacos or did they do some kind of tortilla, like tortilla chip and taco meat type thing? But I remember that not being horrible. What other? I think that I've exhausted things that I could think about. But if you have a banger, elementary, middle, or high school lunch meal that was just a real barn burner, send it to me. Shoot me the DM or just comment it, I guess, because I'm curious. Next time I have Christian on or anybody, I will have to. This could be a reoccurring segment with everybody. That would be fucking stupid and funny. Yeah, we'll do that. And speaking of the man himself, 1 second, let me write this down. School lunch segment. Speaking of Mr. Hank, supposed to have him on the pod this lovely morning, but he was down bad. He had a tragedy happen to him. It was really horrible. But I did speak with him this morning, so he's in a good place mentally. But physically doing very rough. His voice is gone. He had semen inhalation in his throat, and it kind of closed it up a little bit. So let's keep him in your prayers, and hopefully he'll be able to get all that gunk out of his throat sometime soon, so we could get our baby back home on the pod. No, yeah, I did talk to him this morning. He does sound like absolute dog shit. He sounds like Pam. Christian sounded exactly like Pam. You hate to see your buddy old pal in between a cock and a hard place, but can't be in the hard places all the time. Or can't be in the good places all the time. Sometimes you gotta, gum up your throat real good and have a bad day. But I have faith in him. He can make it out. But he did sound like Pam, like I said, reminded me of Pam. Haven't heard from Pam. Jesus Christ, I do not know the last time I heard from Pam. I hope she's dead. I hope she is, and if she's not dead, I hope she's not doing well. And, but yeah, so school lunch segment. Oh yeah, in school lunches they also like speaking of side dishes, what fucking sides did they have? Well, they had the fucking mashed potatoes. Classic. Not the best mashed potatoes, not the worst. Back in the day, this wasn't throughout my whole high school experience, but they did, and hopefully someone, one of you lovely folks out there can back me up on this. They had strawberry cups that were basically just diced strawberries in some kind of sugary syrup, and they were fucking electric, those fucking cups of strawberries. They were literally my favorite thing. Super sugary, fucking amazing. And then, like everything good in my life, it got fucking ripped out of my hands. No, they were my fucking favorite, and then they disappeared. Yeah, they were great. Always gotta befriend the lunch lady. That was a power move. Also, with my lunch, oh yeah, you would like go through the line, then you would type in your fucking some kind of ID number, I remember, right? You would go through the line, they would serve you your shit, and then you type in your number and you either paid or you would get it for free. And I was always fringe poverty line, so I would always get them free chicken tenders and fucking strawberry syrup. And yeah, just always a free lunch guy. Gotta love it. Gotta love being poor. And but yeah, out of all high school, just strictly high school lunch, I'm not talking about the snack bar yet, which I just remembered, so I'm gonna get to that, baby. But yeah, just overall high school lunch line meals. My favorite item was that strawberry fucking cup. Chocolate milk wasn't bad. If you drank regular milk, regular white milk with your school lunch, you're a fucking psychopath. And you should be locked up somewhere. Did anybody ever drink the white milk? I don't think so. Was it? It was definitely an option. They had the fucking, what'd they have? The blue, because what was the fucking, I don't remember. Didn't they have like a blue milk carton and a pink one? I don't know what the fuck the difference was. Either way, chocolate milk supremacy, strawberry cup supremacy, and then just meal-wise, if I had to choose between the tender, chicken tender, and the slop gravy, I'd probably just go with chicken tender just because of the consistency factor. Chicken tender, you know, could always be in the mood for a chicken tender. And then at good old NFHS, home of the people who are in future jailbirds, they had the fucking the snack little fucking bar too. And they had the fucking, like the pretzels with cheese and the fucking jalapeno pretzels. And I definitely dabbled with the jalapeno pretzels in my day. I think they were like $3.50 or some shit. I was working at the fucking mall still, just spending all my money on fucking pretzels with cheese. Not much of a just regular hot pretzel guy. I feel like if you're gonna do that, you might as well just buck up and get the fucking jalapeno pretzel with cheese. But I feel like I also remember a steep drop off in quality of the jalapeno pretzel throughout my high school career. Either that or I just got over it. But it was pretty good stuff. But yeah, Peaked in High School podcast brought to you by Watermelon LaCroix. Let's see here. What do I got for you? Power rankings. Oh yeah, I was thinking about all of the different, well, with all the fucking crazy homeless crackhead folk that come through my job, got me to thinking about some of the feral crackheads that I've known in my days of living in the lovely city of Niagara Falls. And I've got a comprehensive list here. Now, some of these people are homeless. Some of these people, I'm not sure if they're homeless. And some of these people use drugs, and some of these people, I'm not sure if they use drugs. But let's introduce the cast here. First in mind was Mr. Peewee, in other words, also known as Joe, Buffalo Avenue legend, absolute legend. Big screamer, loved to scream at people. Loves to get his coffee at 7-Eleven, and loves walking down Buffalo Avenue. If you've ever traveled down Buffalo Avenue in Niagara Falls, New York, you've definitely seen Peewee, kind of a hunched over, and as the name, hunched over guy, and as the name implies, sort of has that same physique as Mr. Pee-wee Herman. And if you do end up calling him Pee-wee, he screams, "No, my name is Joe," at you. That was his famous line. If he had one thing that would go on his headstone, it'd be, "No, my name is Joe." And then it would just say Pee-wee on his headstone. But yeah, he's still kicking. He still looks the same. Gray hair, hiked up pants. We used to skate at the church that's on Buffalo Avenue. I think it's called the Methodist Church. And he would always walk by, and us little scumbag kids would always scream at him. And that was my first introduction to Mr. Pee-wee. And it's just been a very long, fruitful relationship ever since. And coming in at... Now, these aren't ranked in any importance. Well, I guess it kind of is at this point. Well, Pee-wee's definitely number one. So, number two, I just have down here Mustachio. And this was actually a young woman. I was probably about 11 years old, skating with my friends, and she was probably like 20 something, and it was just a girl with a mustache. She wasn't necessarily homeless or a crackhead or anything, but I just remembered all my friends would call her Mustachio for some reason, and I don't think she was particularly fond of this name that was bestowed upon her, but we still persisted with that name. So Mustachio, and I think somebody might have been dating her. That's why she was hanging around. But she was more of a fringe outlier character. Third on my list here. Oh, no. Actually, I missed number two. Look at that. So stupid. Number two. Now, this is a tie with Pee-wee here, folks. So if you think one should be above the other, once again, let me know in the comments, or just shoot a DM, shoot me a Daryl, shoot me a DD. Bags on her feet lady, and then in parentheses I put Catherine ? If anybody is local to the area of Niagara Falls, you guys will for sure know who I'm talking about. Bags on her feet lady. I think it was Catherine. What was it? Margaret? What the fuck? I think her name is Catherine. But she was a omnipresent Niagara Falls Boulevard legend. So on opposite ends of the neighborhood of LaSalle in Niagara Falls, New York, you have Niagara Falls Boulevard and Buffalo Avenue. These streets run parallel, and sandwiched in between pretty much is the neighborhood of LaSalle. So we got Pee-wee on the BA, Buffalo Avenue, and you got Bags on her feet lady. I want to say her name was Catherine. But yeah, just love that Niagara Falls Boulevard. She would often spend her days walking back and forth down Niagara Falls Boulevard. And she enjoyed activities such as screaming at cars, putting bags on her feet, and pushing shopping carts. and so yeah, that's what she would spend most of her days doing, and she seemed quite content doing that. She was a shorter white lady, regular hair, no dyke spike action, unfortunately, just a regular old mop on her head, little Catherine. And I feel like it's not Catherine. Somebody tell me if it's not. It's in the back of my mind somewhere. Fuck, baby, fuck. It's Thursday. Fuck, baby. Or it would actually be Wednesday for this episode, but that guy fell off. White Claw Gabe, R.I.P. But yeah, Miss Bags on her feet lady Catherine, I guess she was off of her medication for a while, and that's when she would go vagrant, feral crackhead mode. But once on her medication, she would be just as straight as an arrow. And I guess she had a house that was on 72nd Street and a job. I'm pretty sure she had a fucking job, this fucking lady. But yeah, so opposite ends of the neighborhood, but both hold an equally heavy and significant spot in my heart. Peewee and Bags on her feet lady. Mustachio, not so much. Once again, fringe character. And then probably a little bit more significant than Mustachio is previously mentioned on the podcast character, 92nd Street, chubby, white, long hair guy, pedophile. Or pedophile white guy, long hair. Excuse me, that's what my notes say. Yeah, just a walker. Not much of a talker in the neighborhood. Would just kind of walk around and just check out me and my friends. Just kind of hang out, watch us maybe skateboard or, just watch us play, which didn't strike me as strange when I was a child. But that is, I guess, why children are so susceptible to pedophiles. So there we go. Another fringe character that is niche to LaSalle would be the Can family, which they could be found on any of the streets in the 60s and 70s of LaSalle. Just a family, I believe it was a mother, father, and then a children combo, and they would just walk around the neighborhood and collect cans in a nice little shopping cart. And, just get the bread. One moment. Just double-fisted my LaCroix and my water. Got a water jug here. And, you don't really think to wash your water jug. But, I think you really should, because I didn't for about a month, and there is some very disgusting buildup inside of this here water jug. And if it might just make my body turn septic. So if I die from some kind of internal infection, this will probably be the cause of my death, this water container. Anyways, as we were. So yeah, I would say power ranking of just Niagara Falls legends. Fuck, it's such a tie between Peewee and Bags on her feet lady. Oh yeah, and then I don't think I mentioned this, but yeah, Bags on her feet lady, surprisingly she died. I'm pretty sure she got hit by a car with her shopping cart, so that just puts a button on old Miss Catherine. It's probably been, it's probably been at least fucking 4 or 5 years since I've seen her. R.I.P. legend. So, yeah, it's definitely tied between Peewee and Bags on Her Feet Lady. Now, Bags on Her Feet Lady does have the sympathy card because she did die, and she got smoked by a Chevy. So, God, let me know what you think. But also, if you're not from here, then you have no idea what to think. Fuck, this is really... Fuck. I think I would have to go with Bags on Her Feet Lady. Just a legend, a dead legend. Only the good die young. She seemed more approachable than Mr. Peewee. Peewee was quite a dismissive man. And Bags on Her Feet Lady Catherine was always entertaining to watch. She'd often be seen screaming at herself or at cars. And she also had a soft side too. She would often, if you gave her a cigarette, she was often quite if you gave her a cigarette, she would be, quite warm to you. I've seen that happen. Somebody asked her, I witnessed somebody, I don't know who it was, but they were just like, hey, do you have like a lighter? And she was like, yeah, I do have a lighter. And she was just like, fine, just normal. So I don't know if she was putting on an act, or maybe she just really liked getting a little wild on the boulevard sometimes. So I think Bags on Her Feet Lady Catherine is going to have to take the cake for Niagara Falls crackhead power rankings. It's going to have to go to Miss Catherine. Big R.I.P. Hope you're smoking a big fat rock up there in the sky for me. Love you, Bags on Her Feet Lady Catherine. So then that looks like number 2 spot, but a solid number 2. This is nothing to lift your nose at or look away from. This is going to be Peewee Joe in number 2. And then, I don't know, who cares about third place, but it would probably have to be 92nd Street, fat, white, long hair pedophile. And then 4 would be Can Family. So, yeah, I'm really happy with this podcast. I'm very happy. We really covered everything that is important, everything that is pure and beautiful in this often bleak existence. We covered our favorite high school and middle school and elementary school meals. And then we jumped right into Niagara Falls Crackhead Power Ranking, which the title was claimed by Miss Catherine. Love you, Catherine, R.I.P. And after I do this, I'm going to talk to one of my lovely friends, and then they're going to say her name to me, and I know it's not going to be Catherine. But just remember, folks, Bags on Her Feet Lady. And this will have to be a running segment because I'm going to get different opinions and different sources of information from different people, all walks of life, and I will hear their favorite feral crackhead of Niagara Falls. And also I we'll get this school lunch segment cooking with everyone. I like that. I like both of these segments. Phoned in that last pod yesterday. Was supposed to have Christian on today. Couldn't make it. He had He had semen stuck in his throat, which is unfortunate, but he went to the hospital. They've been pumping his throat with saline solution, so we think he's going to make it, which is just amazing. So happy for him. And that looks like that's going to be my time, folks. So Garden Pals number 73, and I bid you farewell. Thanks for tuning in.